Today's objective is to multiply a unit fraction by a non-unit fraction. So let's review very quickly. Unit fraction, go ahead and write this at the top of your page. Unit fraction is 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, 1/8, 1/9, 1/10, and it keeps going and going and going and going. All of them have 1 as the numerator. Now, a non-unit fraction, make sure you're writing this, is a fraction with any other number in the numerator. So it could be 2/3, 4/4, 6/3, not 1, 4/5. Okay, all of these numerators have to be bigger than 1. It could even be 125ths. Okay, but it's not 1 in the numerator. So make sure that's written at the top of your page. Today we're going to be solving these problems using a fraction model, where we draw one whole and then we split it up. Okay, let's write a number sentence. And we don't really use the word number sentence, but that is the same thing as an equation. So here's an example one. The problem is 1/2 of 2/5. And we know of means multiply. So we're going to be multiplying 1/2 times 2/5. So the first thing that they did is they drew a box. There's my box. And we can see that it is worth 1 whole. Now, they said, well, we're going to shade in half of this box. So here is my half. And I'm going to multiply it times 2/5. So 2/5 is right here, which means the other way I have to split it into fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5. And I'm going to shade in the other way, 2/5. Here is my 2/5. Now, we can see that these two boxes are shaded both red and blue. So we know that our answer is 1, 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our answer is 2/10. Now, we know that we can reduce 2/10 by dividing the top number by 2 and dividing the bottom number by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now, in their example, they used unit form also, which you can do if you would like, but it's not necessary. Let's do A together. 1/3 of 3/4 equals, okay, so the first thing I expect you to do is draw your model. There's a box. The whole is 1 whole. Now, first we're going to look at 1/3. So we're going to split horizontally into thirds. And there's thirds. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. We need 1/3. So you need to shade in 1/3. And I'm using these slanted lines so that I can tell which way, even if I just have a pencil and not a colored pencil, that I can shade. So there's 1/3 of 3/4. Now I need to split the other way into fourths. So here's a half, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. And I'm going to be shading in 3 of those fourths. So I'm going to be shading in 1, 2, 3/4. So, and I'm going to be drawing my lines going the opposite way. So, oops, messed up there. I forgot I'm stopping here. Okay. Can you see how my red lines go this way and my black lines go this way? So we are looking at the boxes, the parts that have both black and red, which is here, here, and here. So that is 3. So I know that 3 is my shaded part out of how many total boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 boxes. Can I reduce that? Yes, I can. 3 and 12 can both be divided by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. My answer is 1/4. Now let's do B. 1/2 of 4/5. 1/2 of 4/5. I'm going to draw my model. Then I'm going to look and see I need 1/2. 1/2. So I'm going to split my box into half and shade one part, one of the halves. Then I'm going to look and take it times 4/5. So I know I need to split my box the other way into fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I need to shade 4 of those fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we look and we see, I can see that 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are both red and blue. 4 are both colors. Out of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4/10. Can I simplify? Can I divide the top and the bottom by the same number? Absolutely. They can both be divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So my answer is 2/5. All right, let's do one more problem. 1/2 of 2/2. Now this might look confusing at first, but let's draw our model. Here's my rectangle. Now make 1/2. Boom. Shade it in. There's 1/2 of 2/2. So we make halves again, going the other way, and you shade in 2/2. There's 1/2, or sorry, 1/2 on the bottom, 1/2 on the top. How many are overlapped? These two are overlapped, so equals 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, which we can reduce that. 2/4 is the same as 1/2 because we divide the top by 2 and the bottom by 2 and we get 1/2. So our answer is 1/2. I want you to pause the video and do D, E, and F by yourself. Draw your model, split it using the denominator of the first number. So this one you would split into thirds, and then you would split it into halves in the other direction. Pause the video. Now let's move on to page 3. We are still multiplying a unit fraction, a fraction with a 1 in the numerator, and then it can be any number in the denominator, by a non-unit fraction. So it can be any number on top, except for 1, and any number on the bottom. All right, let's read number 2. 5/8 of the songs on Harrison's music player are hip-hop. 1/3 of the remaining songs are rhythm and blues. What fraction of all the songs are rhythm and blues? Use a tape diagram to solve. So let's circle what's important. What 5/8 is important. That's how much hip-hop music there is. And then 1/3 of the remaining songs. Remaining means leftover. Okay, that's super important. Remaining are rhythm and blues. We usually call that R&B, which I think is kind of similar to hip-hop. What fraction of all the songs are rhythm and blues? Okay, so let's draw our tape diagram. Long and skinny. So the whole of our tape diagram is going to be all the songs. Make sense? Or one whole, also known as 1. We are going to split it into 8ths. Now I have 8ths. 5 of those are hip-hop. 5 of the 8ths are hip-hop. And 1/3 of the remaining. So this is what's remaining. Remaining is 3/8, and 1/3 of those are rhythm and blues. What fraction of all of the songs? I want everybody to underline all. What fraction of all of the songs are rhythm and blues? So that one red is the rhythm and blues. So we need to count. That's 1 out of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1/8 is rhythm and blues. We need to write a sentence answering this question. What fraction of all the songs are rhythm and blues? 1/8 of all of the songs are rhythm and blues. All right, pause the video until you get that done. Then click play and we'll keep going. Moving on to question number 3. 3/5 of the students in the room are girls. 1/3 of the girls have blonde hair. 1/2 of the boys have brown hair. What fraction of all the students are girls with blonde hair? So again, we're going to make a tape diagram to figure out our answer. Now, let's circle the important things in the question. First, 3/5 of the students in the room are girls. So 3/5 are girls. 1/3 of the girls have blonde hair. I'm going to switch colors, so I know this is different. 1/3 of the girls have blonde hair. And then the other thing says 1/2 of the boys have brown hair. We don't need that for this question yet. What is the fraction of all the students that are girls with blonde hair? So, if 3/5 of the students in the room are girls, we know that that looks like this. 3/5. So we need to split our tape diagram into fifths. Now we need to figure out what is the whole. The whole is all of the students. So the whole classroom, one classroom, or 5/5. Okay? And we can see here 3/5 are girls. So we need to mark that out. 3/5. 3/5 are girls. 1/3 of the girls have blonde hair. So if this is girls, I forgot to write girls. That means this part is what? Boys. 2/5 are boys. So because we're just looking at girls with blonde hair, we do not need this part. We're not looking at that part. 1/3 of the girls have blonde hair. So here's 3/5. 1/3 would be one of the three. These are the blondes. Okay. What fraction of all of the students are girls with blonde hair? So we're looking at this one. We shaded in one part out of how many of all of the students? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1/5 of all of the students are girls with blonde hair. Okay, write your sentence. Pause the video, play it again when you're ready. All right, part B. What fraction of all the students are boys without brown hair? So we're looking for boys without brown hair. So in our tape diagram, we can see that 2/5 are boys. 2/5 are boys. Right here, we can see that. But we need to know how many don't have brown hair. So let's reread the question. 3/5 of the students in the room are girls. Okay, we don't need that. 1/3 of the girls have blonde hair. We don't need that either. 1/2 of the boys have brown hair. So here are the boys. We have 2 parts, and half of them have brown hair. So we need to split these in half. Oops, sorry. The 2, and we're splitting them in half right here. So here's one, here's the other. Half of them have brown hair. Probably should have colored that brown. So this much does not have brown hair. What fraction of all the students? So all the students, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. fifths. And how many of the fifths are boys with brown hair? 1/5. So write your sentence. Pause the video, write your sentence. All right, last question. Cody and Sam mowed the yard on Sunday. Dad told Cody to mow 1/4 of the yard. He told Sam to mow 1/3 of the remainder of the yard. Dad paid each of the boys an equal amount. Sam said, "Dad, that's not fair. I had to mow 1/3, and Cody only mowed 1/4. Explain to Sam the error in his thinking. Draw a picture to support your reasoning." All right, so let's think about this. Dad told Cody to mow 1/4. So let's draw our tape diagram. The whole is the 1 yard. And then Cody had to mow 1/4. So I have my fourths. And this part, 1/4, was Cody. He told Sam to mow 1/3 of the remaining yard. So here is what's remaining. Remaining. Circle that remainder of the yard. Sam had to mow 1/3. So this would be 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. That would be 3/3. So the blue is Sam. We need to explain to Sam the error of his thinking. So you're going to write a couple sentences explaining why Sam was wrong, why Dad paid them the same amount. Okay, pause the video, finish that.